let me double check. Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of the Sunday Struggle podcast.
You got to think about it.
I did because I was going to say something completely not the Sunday Struggle.
What were you going to say?
I don't know, but it probably would have sounded like the Shimmer Shimmer Mirror is what it would have sounded like.
That's our new name, guys.
Yeah.
The
For
Shimmer.
babies. That's what babies say.
Welcome back to the Baby Podcast. Well, here, look at this art.
Yep. We'll make it even someday.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah. Well, my friend painted that.
It's very nice.
His name is Alex, and if you want to buy his stuff, it's called Slumber Party Co. I think I'll link it
There you go.
probably in the description or something. Yeah. But yeah, go check it out. He makes cool stuff. So today we're going to talk about our pets.
Yes. It's a pet week.
Yeah. Do you want to go first cuz you have 7?
No, I think you can go first because it's shorter.
Okay. Let me reiterate that. She has 7.
Okay, I used to have 6, and I just recently adopted my stray from outside, so now it's 7. But it was 6.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I have 2. That's it. I have 2 dogs, and one of them is Zeke, and he is 9 years old. I honestly, I might put like a picture. That's Zeke. And then and then the other one is Rosie. I'll put a picture here. She is like 3. They're both rescues. Zeke is a lab mix. Rosie is
Really?
yes.
Really?
Yeah, he's just a bunch of breeds.
Okay. So he's a muggle.
Yeah, he's a muggle.
Yeah, that's what they call people who mix breeds in Harry Potter.
I know.
What do you call him? He's a mutt? Is that what it's called in dog
mutt.
term?
Yeah,
okay,
that's what
he's
I
a
was
mutt
like.
in dog
Mutt
terms.
muggle. Mudgle.
A muggle mutt.
A mudgle. I don't know. A mudgle.
A mug mutt. A muggut. Something like that.
My gut.
No.
My gut.
He's a lot of different breeds.
Yes. And then Rosie is a Chinese Shar-Pei pit mix.
Why'd you whisper pit?
I don't know.
Pits are cute.
I love pits.
They're
but
underrated.
some people are mean about pits.
Yeah,
but
don't
no.
be rude about pits. We love pits over
Yeah,
here.
she's very sweet. She's very cute. They're both
She
very
is.
nice dogs.
Yes.
So recently, Zeke tore his ACL being a little bitch. Sorry, I'm not gonna be mean. I love him, but he tore
Humping
his.
someone.
Yeah,
Humping another
most likely. So, because I work with dogs, I brought him to the place I work with dogs at. There's a lot of dogs. He's excited. He's older, so he messed up his ACL. So yeah, and he just got the surgery for it, which was over $3,000. It was quite the expensive surgery. But yeah, so now I have to hold a towel, under his midsection and hold his back legs up to take him out, and he can't really move much. So that's fun. And then last week, or 2 weeks ago actually, when we filmed the podcast last time, Rosie shit all over the couch.
Oh, yeah.
And then threw up
Outside.
in my room.
Oh, yeah. And the explosion she had outside?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh, God.
That was...
It was terrible. I've never seen a dog shit like that before.
Her fart was really loud, too. Scared us.
It was terrible. We
It
were like,
was.
is she going to go? And then just boom. We're like, oh, my God.
It's like explosive diarrhea.
Yeah,
For
that
sure.
was...
Needed an umbrella and some booties and everything.
yeah.
It was gross.
Okay, well, that was my dogs. And I feel like there's not really much.
Yeah.
If you have questions, let us know.
Yeah. I have now added 7 cats. I'll start with the oldest. Oldest is Smokey. He's a Russian blue, which means he's all gray. He does have a melanoma in his eyes, so his eyes are 2 different colors. It does not bother him. He can still see. That's Smokey. Next, I think, is Stimmy. He's a blonde tabby. I did not name him. He's probably, actually, he's not the next oldest. He's like probably 2 years old, maybe. Oops. Then there's Tally. She's 4. She's a Torby, multicolored. Then I have Aria, who is also a tabby, and she's got some orange and some colors in her. Then there's Loki, who is also a tabby, and she's like probably 1. Then I have Seamus, who is my Maine Coon. He's an orange my apologies. She is an orange Maine Coon, which is very rare because orange cats are normally males, and she's a female. We thought she was a male until we took her to the vet a couple weeks ago because she had little bumps on her chest, and we saw that her mammary glands are being expelled, which means she's got an overproduction of progesterone. Couple weeks go by, and now they're the size that were like raisins. They then got to golf balls, and now they're the size of like a peach. So they're very big. Mammary glands. So she's got mammary hyperplasia, which is an overproduction basically of progesterone, which is making her front 3 boobies grow really big. They're about, you can't see that. They're about that big. So she's got to get surgery. She gets surgery on Tuesday to get spayed. That should help her. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. And then my newest added to the bunch is, he might add pictures. There's a lot of them, so I'll try to get pictures in for all of them. Good luck with that.
You'd have to send them tonight.
Yeah, I
because
will.
I'll edit it. Yeah.
And then our last one who just got added. He was an outside cat. We believe he was my neighbor's cat. Thought it was a girl. It's not. It's a boy because he's got balls.
Nice.
Yeah, we just aren't. We're missing all kinds of genders in these cats. We thought Seamus was a boy and it's a girl.
It's 2023.
Yeah. We think it's a boy. He was my neighbor's cat. We believe. I don't know, but they didn't take care of him, so now he ends up being our cat. We just recently decided to bring him in, and that's why we've adopted. His name is Jack Black. We call him JB. He's got a really round, chunky face.
I love Jack Black.
Yep, we'll put a picture for him. And those are all my 7 cats.
Holy
and I do have like a couple outside that we do feed like every now and again. A really, really giant black cat who's really heavy and chunky. We named him Midnight. Then there's the one that looks like a cat that I have named Loki. One that looks like him but a boy. Looks just like her. And he comes around every now and again. So 7 cats on the inside. Roughly 2 or more on the outside that we feed every now and again.
So soon to be 10.
I wouldn't say soon to be 10. If it came down to it and I was allowed to take one more cat in the house, it would be
Midnight.
It would be Midnight.
That's a cool name.
I would bring Midnight. I would probably pick Midnight over Jack Black. But Midnight's I
love Jack Black.
I just want a fat cat. I just want a chunky monkey. So that's why. But Midnight I think belongs to somebody. Because he doesn't come around often. I've only heard him twice. Or I've only seen him twice. So, yeah.
Sorry, there's a little like, I'm trying to make sure it doesn't.
I will say, though, I have taken 3 cats to the vet this past couple weeks. And
Okay, we're good.
And the vet bill was like $800 and something for those 3 cats. And keep in mind I have 6, or 7 now. So I do need to take JB to the vet to make sure he's all clean. We think he's got parasites. Or not parasites. Ringworm. Some type of worm. I saw a worm out his butt the other day. Gotta get that checked out. Yeah, gross. I about flipped my crap. I was like rubbing him on his like back, doing this little thing to the cats. And next thing you know, worm out the butt. Didn't like to see that. So we're going to get that fixed because I will not have worms in my house.
That's gross.
It's not contagious.
I know, it's still gross.
It is.
Just a worm.
Yeah, it's like called like ringworm or something like that. It's a flatworm.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Yeah, so.
If I was petting Rosie and just a worm came out of her ass.
Wouldn't come out. It just poked out.
I'd return her. No, I'm kidding. I love her. I would never do that.
I would return.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have an owner, so we put him back outside for a little bit, and then we were like, well, it's not contagious as long as
they don't eat it.
Yeah, like eat his poop, which none of my cats eat poop.
That's good.
My dog, on the other hand, at my parents' house, Sophia, she used to eat cat poop. But my cats don't eat poop, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, that's gross.
And it's not something and it's not something you can poop or pee out either. Like you can't poop it out.
Yeah.
It like dies on the inside. So he gets a vet visit. I think I'll book him next week for a vet visit. And and that's going to be pretty expensive because he's a new animal and we don't know anything about him. So he's got to get the, like all the checkup, the blood work if he'll allow it. And then he's got to also get, like x-rays and all those. And he's got to get also, because most of my cats are inside cat and he will technically be also an inside and outside cat because he was naturally an outside cat. We decided that if he wants to go back outside, we'll let him outside. Just make sure that he's, you know, he's got a flea collar on and all that good stuff so he doesn't bring anything in the house.
Yeah.
But he will have to have extra vaccines because of that. And that's it. So,
Money.
yeah. Cats are cute. I feel like cats are like more, I don't know. Like how much do you spend on food for your cats? Like on your cat supply or on your dog supplies?
If it was just me, like let's say for Rosie.
Do they get separate food?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like we probably get like maybe 2 bags of food a month, maybe now.
So is it like the big bags?
Yeah, so like
Okay.
160 a month. So I mean, yeah, like I pay half, so 80. So I mean, like maybe 80,
That's bad.
maybe
That's not
less. I mean, like actually probably less now because we feed them a little bit less because Zeke had to go on a diet.
Oh.
And also Rosie is also very chunky, so
Yeah.
we put her on a little bit of a diet. Cause like when we first got her, like she was underweight,
Yes. And
so
now
we
she's
just
a
like
bit overweight.
kept feeding her because she kept eating, and now like we're like, okay, 2 cups each. You're both fine.
Like 2 cups a day or 2
yeah.
cups?
2 cups a day.
Okay.
They're fine. Like especially Zeke doesn't move, and Rosie is fine. She's still chunky, so I think
2
yeah.
cups is fine.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
not
spend
bad.
much on them. I mean, like, you know, because Rosie doesn't really need to go to the vet. Like, she's young, healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke,
I mean, still your average, like, normal checkups.
yeah, like vaccines
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Every
But, like, no health
once in a while.
issues.
No.
Yeah.
she
okay.
is, yeah.
That's pretty good.
What about you?
My cats don't have to go to the vet often. It's the initial checkup that's the most expensive. Like Stimmy, and recently I took Stimmy and Tally, and they hadn't been in the vet in a couple years, so they had to get the blood work and the stuff. So once they're all their vaccines, like JB obviously will be a little bit expensive because he needs like the whole workup. But once they're established in the system, it's the check. It's just, you know, you get the 3-year rabies vaccine and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I would say on food, we spend probably on food. We buy Fancy Feast cans, and they each get basically, it's 6 cans a day. Well, 7 really, because you have to count JB since he's added in it and he makes it an uneven number. But they typically get a can a day. No, like 6 cans in total, so 7 cans a day. And it comes in a 24 pack. So we need 9 boxes of cat food of 24 packs a month, maybe more, a month.
How much is that?
We get it from Chewy. We get it shipped. It's $160 a month, roughly. Not bad.
No, that's not bad.
I mean,
For 7 cats, that's not
Well,
bad.
I don't know. Well, we'll have to. Well, we also get a giant thing of dry food, and that's probably like, 40 maybe something bucks. I don't know. I don't know how long that lasts us also because I put food in their giant bowl and they can go eat at that. Like, we used to put dry food and wet food in the same bowl, and then that was it. But we decided that we'll just let them eat the dry food whenever they feel like it.
Yeah.
And then the wet foods twice a day. So, and kitty litter, I get special kitty litter, so I don't get like I get pretty litter, which is store bought or not. Obviously it's all store bought,
Yeah.
but it's less dust and it gives hues for your cat's pee. So if it was red or like it changes a certain color,
Okay.
it can tell you like, okay, well, one of your cats has like a bacteria infection, or one's bleeding, or one's like their pH is off on one of your cats, so that you would know to go to the vet.
Yeah, you get the bougie.
Yeah, I get the bougie
stuff,
con.
yeah.
I get that shipped, and that's $200, I think, for 9 boxes or for 9 bags. And typically, it's supposed to be shipped every 3 months.
Okay.
But that does not work in our household, so I think I should probably get it's like 200, maybe probably 400 a month, because I probably should order like double
So
at
like,
a time. So I probably would need 8, because I have 5 litter boxes. So I would need to have probably like 18 probably bags a month, because
how big is y'all's house?
I don't know. But there's we have like two in our bathroom, like our bathroom 2 in our bedroom and 1 in our spare bedroom. So 5, so that they can choose where to go. Because some cats like are picky and they're like, I don't want to go in here. And some cats are like, this is my favorite spot. So
I'm just now processing 7 cats.
yeah, so 5 litter boxes. So, and I think to clean our litter, like when we complete, because the way that Pretty Litter works is you don't have to clean out, like our litter doesn't clump. So when they pee, it doesn't clump, right? So it lasts a little bit longer. So you just have to scrape the poop out, and then once the litter starts to either smell or like change color, which would be like a blue or green kind of color or turquoise kind of color, we switch it, and you would just completely dump it all out, and it doesn't stick or anything, it doesn't have any dust. I would say to clean, like to fill up all of our litter boxes, all 5 of them, it probably takes 2.5 bags maybe. So if we have to do that every week and a half, we're probably using couple bags a month. So I think $200 to between $200 and $400 for kitty litter.
3 months?
No, for a month. Right? For kitty litter? I just bought a box. I don't keep track. If we run out, we run out.
So $200 to $400 a month on just kitty litter.
Okay, well think about it. Listen, if I change it every week to a week and a half, and there's 4 weeks and it takes 2.5 bags to fill it, that means 1 week goes by and it's 2.5 bags. I get 9 bags in total a month.
Yeah.
Right? But that 9 bags is supposed to last technically 3 months.
2.5 times 4 that's like more than 9.
No, it's probably right at 9. Because 2 times 4 is 8.
It's 10.
Yeah. Right? So if I buy, from Pretty Litter, that 9 bags should last me.
That's $200.
Yes, a month.
Okay, so cat food in total, $200 a month? Because of the dry food plus the
maybe
can.
like $200 a month.
Plus the kitty litter, $200.
Yeah.
Each month. So that's $400 each month.
Mm-hmm. Roughly. Give or take.
Okay.
Give or take.
And you're like, I don't know where my money went. I'm like, ooh.
Well,
I have an idea.
Well, we have tried to do like the wet food where like it comes in like a log and you can split it up that way.
Yeah.
But I think I realized that cats need water, and their wet food typically has like a gravy kind of in it, which is where they get most of their water supplement. And I found out it's cheaper to do the logs, because the logs are costing like maybe $5 or $6, and that log will probably last me a couple days. But it was tedious to do because you have to cut it up, which is more time, and then I probably would have to buy some type of broth. And I can't buy store-bought broth because onions are not good for cats or dogs. And every broth that you will find, vegetable broth, chicken, any type of broth, has onions in it. So you'd have to make your own or buy your own broth.
That shit takes fucking forever.
Yeah, and that would be super probably expensive to buy like packets to put on top of it so that it'd be kind of soupy.
Well, it's not. See, here's the thing. It's not really about changing what your cats are eating. It's just the sheer amount of cats that you have.
No. I think we made
but
it
I'm not
good.
saying. I'm not. Yeah, you do you.
We used to, I think, feed them like one. I think they got like one full can.
So you split the cans now.
Yeah, we used to do pate, which is like solid.
Okay.
And we now do like the gravy kind, so it's not as much.
It's
food.
like the meat with the gravy and all that.
It's not as much they get, but they technically all get a full can a day. And cats are only really supposed to get like a fourth. Like a really small portion.
Yeah, they don't eat much.
Yeah, a really small portion. But if you were to hear my cats during dinner time,
chunking them up.
No, all of my cats I think are skinny, except for, Stimmy is a healthy weight. He doesn't need to gain any more weight, is what the vet said. He's good. Doesn't need to gain any weight though. Basically, he's a little overweight, a little heavy.
Thinking about 7 cats. I can't imagine 7
Smokey
cats running around.
Was really chunky, and we put him on a diet, and now he's lost a lot of that weight.
That's good.
Because I used to have like a dog food bowl, like a really big a water dog food bowl, and I would fill it to the brim.
And he just fucked that shit up.
Yeah, well, also because I was out, during that time, I was out of town a lot. Or not out of town, but I was never
you would just leave your cats.
For days at a time.
That shit's
very
crazy.
Neglectful. Yeah, very neglectful to my cats. And now I'm not. I make sure, every morning I'm on it, making sure they're eating.
You make your tea. You're like, okay, here's...
Yeah, well, because my cats will wake me up in the morning.
Your cats will wake you up.
Yeah, like when it's like Smokey, he's got a bad habit of when he's hungry, he comes scratching at your eyes, or he'll do this on the walls,
Oh hell
or
no.
he'll do that, and it's nails at a chalkboard. I'm like, Smokey. Yeah, Smokey will come claw trap balls, or he'll just meow really loud. Like when it's like dinner time, he gets hangry, and so he starts to fight everybody because he hangs up on the trash can and goes meow, right. But he also is the loudest one in the house when it's food time. When it's food time, you're like, okay, because Smokey will.
It's too many cats for me. Too many animals for me.
I don't think it doesn't bother me.
Even these two fuckers that I have, excuse my language. Like, sometimes it is a lot to deal with them.
I don't think 7 cats is a lot because we don't have to do a lot. I think
it's different.
a lot of
I
feel like dogs would be a lot because you'd have to take that extra mile to walk them.
They're a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, I feel like cats
dogs are like kids.
I feel like cats are also like kids.
Well, cats you can be neglectful, as you say, a few days just leaving them. Dogs you can't do that shit.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't leave them like where they didn't have any food. I just wouldn't.
You left them for 3 weeks, no food.
Yeah.
No.
Like it wasn't like I would leave them and they weren't taken care of. It was just I would leave them and they just wouldn't see me.
Yeah.
For a long time.
But they be chilling. They got food.
Well, I also used to not feed my cats wet food. Like when it was
just dry food.
Yeah, when it was just me,
Just
like my cats, like my 3 cats, I never fed them wet food. And then I realized, I was told like when I got with Nick, he feeds his cat wet food, and he was like, well, cats need wet food. That's where they get the most of their water supplies because cats don't typically drink water. Like dogs will drink water.
Yeah.
Right, cats won't drink water.
Yeah.
So you have to feed them dry food to get that extra water intake in.
I didn't even know that. Yeah. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's 22 minutes. So you know what? Let's cut it off.
There you go. The moral of the story is it doesn't matter if you have 7 cats or 2 dogs. It's whatever you want.
Facts.
I know people who have way more than that.
Yeah. You make your decision. I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to...
I'm the certified cat lady, and I pride myself in that.
Yeah, you are a cat lady.
I pride myself in that.
Yeah.
I think 7, though, is a pretty good... I don't need... Unless it was like midnight, asking to come inside, I don't need any more.
Yeah.
You're lucky because a coworker of mine just had 12 Great Dane puppies. You're lucky I didn't snatch one. Yeah, her Great Dane just had 12 puppies.
Oh, I love Great Danes.
I
but
know.
No.
You know how long I've wanted a Great Dane? But you know, I'm like, Nick's a Great Dane. I don't even have space for that, man. I don't need another one of those.
Yeah. Well, me and my mom were going to get one.
Before
Yeah.
Rosie?
No, after Rosie.
Really?
Because we got this house and we were like, we should get another dog. We're going to have a backyard. And then we like started looking and then I was like, you know what, Mom, let's wait. Well, I mean, it was more my idea. But then I was like,
I would get a Great Dane until I had a bigger house that had a yard. Tall enough for a Great Dane because honestly, I feel like Great Danes on like, they need like a whole room just to be able to like walk 2 steps.
I'm going to say this. After Rosie, if I don't have kids, if I don't have a family, I'm not getting dogs for a minute. Like I will take a break because I love dogs, but working with them for a year, living with this shithead Rosie, love her. I picked her, but it's like
learned your lesson.
Yeah, and so I mean, Credit Karma. Ooh, probably telling me my credit went maybe up. Let's hope. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's end this episode. We're definitely not just gonna film the next episode now. Definitely not.
Mind
guys.
your business if you see us in the same fit. Also, we didn't mention it, but we are twinning today with Canada gear. Mine says cows.
Mine just says Canada with the maple leaf.
Mine has a maple leaf.
1867.
Mine's got a maple leaf says cow and 83 in it. Isn't cows like an ice cream store?
Maybe. I don't even know, honestly.
Oh, okay. Fake Canadian over here.
Yeah, I've lived here in the U.S. most of my life, so.
Well, we'll see you next week. Well, we'll see you in a bit, but you will see us next week.
Yeah. All right, bye.
Boop.
What?